Oh, we're live. Hi, I'm Matt.
And I'm Dave. Hello, hello.
And happy Tuesday. I was going to say good morning, good evening, or good afternoon. It could be any of those. So happy Tuesday is much better instead. Now, Dave, what's the topic which we've got lined up for you today?
So today we are going to be doing a sort of an introduction into what's going on with these webinars. And also we will be doing setting you a YouTube challenge. That's actually what the main part of today is going to be about. And all will be explained in due course.
Indeed. So let's just put these things, let's just put everything into perspective, which is that for the past 4 years or so, we've held a weekly mastermind every Tuesday, and that has been behind closed doors. And this year we're going to be a little bit more public in what we've been doing, and we are also going to be setting you some goals as well, so that you can play along at home, girls and boys. And well, Dave, we're looking forward to the first one, because this really does kind of set the precedents now for the future as well. So what have we got in store for you?
So yeah, it's a great question, really. The first tutorial, I'm not sure, is the camera's not switching to me. I don't think anyone knows I'm here. Can anybody hear me?
It's switching fine to me, Dave. Just carry on.
Is it? All right, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I've got the live one up as well, and it's not switching on there either. Anyway, you don't need to see what I look like. Yeah, we're all over the place today. Skype stopped working, and then yeah. Anyway, yes, the first one today is the YouTube challenge. Now, this is, I mentioned this back in December, and we seem to get some pretty good feedback about this, and this is basically what we'll be rolling out today. So me and Matt are challenging you listening to this right now, whether that be live and cheers, Howard, whether that be live, or whether you're watching the recording. We want you to record a product, just a video on YouTube. Doesn't even have to be a product video. It can be whatever video you want it to be. And the challenge deadline is for 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, and that's the curious one. We're not expecting any full-blown, fully edited version. We're just suggesting and that you just get your phone out, which I can't actually tell. Oh, I've got an iPad. I'll be using the iPad. It's just get your iPad out or get your phone out, because it's got a camera on it. It's got a good enough microphone, good enough camera. Just get something to hold it still. You could use like that one, because that will also work. So I've done a couple of videos like this recently, and just do a product review. It's simple as that. So this is one of the beautiful things, which for you, because I'm just jealous of you, to be frankly honest, because you have a absolute shit ton of products available to you to review, and we're not, if it's your first one, we're not expecting miracles. We're just get over the line, break your virginity, get your iPad out or your phone, hold it still, and chat about the product which you've got in front of you. If it's your first time, you might be a little bit nervous. I'll give you like a little simple tip. It's a pen and a bit of paper. Write down a couple of points on a little notepad just off camera, just to keep you on track. And think about what the customer would want to know about the product which is in front of you and what you're going to be discussing. Okay, and remember, you don't need a sense of humor for it. If you're not funny, don't pretend to be. There's no need to be anything else than who you are, in short. Again, we joke that if you're a grumpy bastard, be a grumpy bastard. If you've got a big beard and look like a tramp, then have a big beard and look like a tramp. And that's no way in reflection today at all in the background. But
covered.
On a serious point, you don't need to be funny. You just need to be yourself, and just try and relax and just have a chat about the product. The video could be 30 seconds long. The video could be 13 minutes long. It doesn't matter. What we're interested in here, and this is the goal which myself and Dave are setting you, is just to literally just hit record with your phone or your pad, and get that video uploaded to YouTube, just to break your YouTube virginity, and the reason for this is just that it's by doing, and you'll suddenly realize it's not hard at all. There's nothing scary about this at all, and if I can do it pretty much every single day for a year, and remember, I've had to buy in products and come up with some creative stuff to create a video every single day of the year, whereas and that was really, really hard work. Well, it just got easier once you got into the swing of things. But you can have like batteries rolling around on your desk, and you can have a camera and stuff. Whatever products you sell, you can have them available to you to have a chat about them, and that's it. And we're not saying to do 1 million product reviews, to do every single one of your inventory. We're just saying pick one product, get the phone out, get the stand out in 2 pieces, as my case may be, because I've lost the clip, and just put it down and just hit record, and off you go.
I think that's the big thing. And I actually just seen that James has joined us from Hobbybase. Now, James is a great example of this, because James, we spoke about YouTube a lot last year, and James is perhaps one of the standout people who actually sort of took the advice and ran with it. And I've just clicked on James's channel. He now has 250 subscribers. And I remember when James was at ground zero, you know, literally just starting out, and James has run with this. And for James, like I said, massive hat tip to what you've managed to achieve in, you know, a short period of time. But as you can see, if we click, I'm just on his channel now. If we go to videos, it's consistent action over a period of time. And it isn't, you know, James isn't doing daily videos. I think it's a couple of times a week, sometimes, you know, less than that. But it's that consistent action which we're looking for here. And to make consistent action, it all starts with one single step. And that is what this challenge is. And this, like I said, the way that a mastermind should work, and it is basically, yes, me and Matt turn up, and there's a responsibility on us to provide you with value. But a mastermind is a two-way street, and it works best when you get involved as well. And that is where I see this YouTube challenge going. It's either going to fall flat on its face because none of you are going to do it, or it's going to go really, really well. And in the schedule that we've put together, I'm going to have to start moving things around so we can keep this as maybe a fortnightly challenge where me and Matt keep setting goals, setting challenges for you to do. And trust me, you'll start seeing the big numbers sort of come in. Like I said, like James is saying, and again, we were chatting. I was chatting to James again just before Christmas, I believe, or just after. Can't remember when it was, James. And he was saying how the big win for him has been the increase in his website sales, and you know how we were sort of talking about comparison to eBay and Amazon. And he said, for us, you know, haven't done much with the channel for ages, need to get back on it. Yeah, and that's the thing is, James he put the effort into the website, and it was his YouTube just turned into a marketing channel for his website. And that is why it is worth taking action. And like I said, you're basically in control of how this YouTube challenge turns out.
Yeah, absolutely. And Dave, let me just give you another real world example. Is that I'm sure many of you have heard of an app called Meetup, or a website called meetup.com. Really, really cool. And I'd logged in because one of my things this year is I need to get out and meet more real people, especially more developers to bounce and solve ideas off them. And I gone to this, gone to the app, and I was just looking through, and there was this YouTube meetup in Bristol. It's going to cost a £5 for breakfast. And I was like, well, I could get the train down. I could pretend to do a commute. I really like this idea. And I'm going to have a breakfast. I'm going to have 2 bacon rolls and a sausage sandwich. Really get my £5 worth of it. Anyway, I actually went, and I've never heard of these before. Yogcast. Okay, now I'm sure some of you are going to go, fuck, who? Yogcast? Wow, you've been to the headquarters. Didn't even know they existed. I walked in there, and I kid you not, there are 5 gold 1 million subscriber YouTube doodads on the wall. Okay, really obvious if we tried to nick them, they were just too big. And they were just 5, and they didn't give a shit. I honestly didn't give a shit. You had 1, 2, 3, 4 coat stand in front of the 5th. I don't know who the 5th one was. I just stood there and took a photo. Okay, and these guys are serious hardcore in YouTube. sorry, there's someone waving around in front of me. It's hardcore on YouTube, and they can afford Queen Square, which is like London prices for location. And I'm going to walk around in there, and there's just production rooms. You've got the editors at the far end. You've got admin. You've got the whole lot. They've just taken over the whole floor. Absolutely breathtaking. I didn't even know they existed. And it all started by accident by some guys actually just they got a production version of Minecraft, and it went from there. And it literally went from there. And that's what could happen to you. You might actually get the taste of creating video content. And again, we're not saying is that you hold the camera in front of you and have a chit chat. Oh, hi, I'm Matt, Dave. We're going to be chatting about this. We're not saying that at all. I know for many of you, that's very scary, putting your face on camera. And honestly, if I can put this ugly mug on a camera, I think you're going to be fine. But on a very serious note, we're not saying that. Just put your camera, hold it still, roughly still. Say, oh, hi, I'm Matt. In this video, we're going to be talking about two 18650 batteries. I'll give you a heads up. I am using the phone, so if it's bouncing around a bit, I do apologize. And then just carry on. One of the videos which I did very recently was exactly that. That's pretty much exactly what I said, but different products in the middle. And it's so straightforward. Just get your pad, think about the product, like we said, a couple of notes on the side, hit record, go, and then just upload to YouTube. That is what we're expecting of you to do over the next 2 weeks. Just do one video. And this isn't going to take you more than a couple of minutes, but I know for many of you, it may be a little bit stressful, and you might procrastinate for a good 50 minutes before actually hit and record and write a load of notes and then leave the office, go make another cup of coffee, etc., etc. So to up the ante for you is that I reckon that for most of you, it might take an hour. Okay, all in, that's everything, like trying to choose the product, do recording, uploading, things like that, writing a description. I think that's a fair amount. So what I'm going to do is I'll probably spend about an hour in about a minute, because I need a minute just to tape that on there, because I've lost the middle bit in there for my stand. And then what I'm going to do I'm going to do exactly the same as what we're suggesting for you. I'm going to grab the iPad, stick it in that stand, and I'm going to make as many videos as I can about products in an hour. Okay, and then we'll come back and see what the results are, just to make the point that later on, when you feel more comfortable with the process, is that you will have absolutely no issue with grabbing the iPad and then literally being in your warehouse, assuming scenario, and going, we've just had these, like you can imagine it. So, hi, Matt. We've just had these come into stock. Look at this. I'll do a proper review on them later, but you're giving them the first insight. I can see that happening for several of you in the very near future. And again, it's really straightforward. Just got to hit record, talk, go for it.
And,
Sorry,
and just remind us, Matt. 12 months, you generated how many sales?
Oh, don't know. Let me go and let me check. So it's a little bit over now. So I will go and check right now. It's not really done much, because I've not really done much on the affiliate marketing piece, but it is bringing in about $85 plus per day for doing nothing, to be honest, at the moment. $394,000 in 15 months or so, give or take, a few days. So what's that in today's numbers? I don't know. I'll tell you what, I'll do a bit of copy and paste. I'm going to have a look on XE. So hopefully this will give you a little bit.
I remember, because I think me and you did an interview when it was literally day 365 of the challenge, and you'd done over £150,000 worth in 12 months. And that includes those quiet first months when you're just starting out building your audience.
Yeah. And today, using XE.com, £279,000 worth of sales were driven over that period of time. Obviously, that wasn't net income at the end after the affiliate commissions. But for you, geez, I was only earning like 6-8% or something like that. Not even that, because it scales downwards, because I had to get to a certain level to go through. Yeah. But for you, it's all good. As in, if you're expecting to pay eBay 15% or Amazon 15% on there, and all you've done is spend well, not even an hour or an hour, however long it took you to take the video and upload it, which isn't very long at all, and you've potentially driven X sales to your business, is that I just don't think anybody's going to sniff it, add an extra 280 grand to their top line for the year, you know? And remember, I was in a niche of a niche. I'm not even mainstream. I'm not quadcopters or drones. I'm flying wings. I fly into trees. I'm filled full of poo, you know? Not very, very niche. Very, very niche. And I haven't got thousands of, like, tens or hundreds of thousands of subscribers. I'm going to hit 7,000 in this week. It took me a year to get that far, you know? So, yeah, I hope that gives you a bit of motivation.
Mm-hmm. So with that said, I've just created, how we're going to do this is once you have created your video and either edited it or just uploaded it raw, I've seen a couple of questions regarding editing, so we will come on to those. I have created a post in the UnderstandingE members group. I will stick the link to the group in the chat for anybody who isn't a member. And I think in the description down below, yes, the link is already in there for anyone watching the recording. Oh, sorry, move any web addresses and try again. Right, the link is in the description down below. Just click the little show more button and it's down there. I've created a post. I've pinned it to the top so you cannot miss it of the group. And it literally, all I want you to do is post your video in the comments section of that post. And then within 2 weeks' time, like I said, the idea is that you've done this by next week. That then gives me and Matt a week to go through, however many there may be, and watch them. And then on the third week, we will actually have a bit of a follow-up on the YouTube challenge. And as I mentioned earlier, dependent on how many people are doing this, how many people are actually interested in taking this seriously, we can then follow this up with further challenges and really focus on, I mean, one of the ideas we had was the 0 to 100 subscriber challenge, something along those lines. There's things that we can do with this, but it does rely on you to take action. And if you don't take action, we'll know that you're not really that interested and we won't carry on with it. Simple as that.
Exactly. Again, just think about what we're asking here. We're asking you to take that one step to launch yourself into what I now personally class as the third marketplace. So that's not eBay, that's Amazon, nor Amazon. This is YouTube, and using YouTube as a sales platform, a platform where you don't need to be anybody else than just yourself. Okay, you don't need to pretend. Obviously, if you're a great impressionist, just play to your attributes. And I mentioned this a few minutes ago. If you're a grumpy bastard, then just be a grumpy bastard. Just play to your positives and just do it. In short, that once you realize that you do sound different on camera, okay, because and again, I just want to cover a few daft points, which is that some people just don't like their own voice, okay, let alone their own face on camera. And that's okay. We're not suggesting that. We're not suggesting you put your face mugging in front of the camera. You can do that, of course. And people like people, so it definitely works. But when it comes to your own voice, of course you sound funny, because here am I talking right now, and the sound is echoing, as it does for you, in and around your head and through your body. So when you hear yourself being played back on a video on a different device or on the computer, of course it sounds different. It's not vibrating in and around your head. And it doesn't matter if you've got a Brummie accent or a Liverpudlian accent or a Scottish or an American accent, whatever accent. Your accent is your accent. You can't change it. So be proud of it. And realistically, if you think of how many thousands of people have seen all of our videos which we've published, and we've only had one miserable bastard which hated our accident, and I politely told him to fuck off.
I remember him. Yeah.
And it sticks in the back of my mind. You always remember that one idiot in the back of your mind. But seriously, one person felt that compelled to mention about my Bristolian accent out of how many millions of views which we've had on videos. It's not. So don't worry about your voice. Don't worry about what you sound about. Just focus upon the products which you have in front of you. Remember, I'm jealous of all of you because you all have products available for you to talk about. and it's going to be a little bit tough here for me, is that I'm going to have to like scramble around and find some stuff, because I'm not kidding you. I want to be full on for that hour. I don't know whether I should include finding products as part of that hour. Maybe that's a little bit unfair, but I would like to just do a full-on hour of just creating as many mini product reviews as I can, maybe interlinking them as well. Like I'm just being holding a product, I'm just like jealous of you, because you have access to products which you can talk about. I don't.
And I feel like I should do something. I've no idea what. If anyone has any suggestions of a video you'd like me to make to be part of this YouTube challenge, let me know in the chat. Or Matt, let me know anything that you've considered. Nothing crazy. Know how your mind works.
All right, fair enough.
But yeah, I'm happy to get involved and do just prove the point. James has said to me, he said, I notice a lot of the vid, almost every vid that you do now is live. Assume you don't like the editing part. Yeah, you've assumed absolutely right. I'm very fortunate now that with fast upload speeds, I can get pretty good quality doing live. So I mean, that's one thing. So but yeah, there's some videos where I do need to edit and I don't really enjoy it. I understand, James, why, like I said, the editing part is the time consuming bit normally, which is why, because of the nature of the videos I make, I can just do it live. I enjoy doing it live. It makes me have to think on my feet, just like these webinars.
I want to jump in there. If you want to go balls deep and go straight in and just hit the go live thing on it, do it. Okay, it's brilliant. And it does mean that we're having a chat here in the background.
I'm not sure if there's a minimum number of subs you need to have before live is a feature. Can't remember. Might be. It used to be 100. I'm not sure.
Could be. Right. So if just a recorded version in that case, just answering a question which Kevin mentioned about software which you can use. There's some free, really good software. Excuse me. I went and looked at a whole collection of different software last year, and even some of the paid stuff wasn't that good. And yeah, in short, there's a free tool called NCH Video Pad. Oh no, Video Pad Video Editor. We'll put a link in the video description afterwards. Go and have a look at that. It's free and it works really, really well. Those of you which would like the power or something like Adobe Premiere, or what was the Summit Pro? That's from Dave. Will chime in a minute. That really expensive Mac one.
Yeah, Final Cut Pro. That's the one that I managed to get a free version.
If you'd like a free version of that, okay, and it just as good, if not better quality, look up DaVinci. I'm trying to find it now. DaVinci and spell video editor. I'm just looking it up on YouTube. Yeah, it's called DaVinci Video Editor.
Yeah, we had a look at this, didn't we?
It's absolutely brilliant. I can't spell DaVinci properly. DaVinci Video Editor. Right, there we go. It's DaVinci Resolve 14 by Black Magic Design. I'll put it in a link in the chat for you. And again, we'll put a link to that in the video description as well. Absolutely unbelievable. That is only for those of you who want crazy power as far as editing goes, which is, to be honest, not what we really suggest for this first attempt.
No.
We're just saying, hit record on the iPad, leave all screw-ups in and just upload it. Just be as real as you possibly can and chat and focus upon the product which you have in front of me. Focus on the 18650 batteries, for example. Focus on, are they really 5,000 milliamperes, or is that a load of BS? Which it is, by the way, because you can't cram that much power in a little battery. So yeah, just focus on doing it. There is video editing software out there, but to be honest, just hit stop. Once you're done, say cheerio, goodbye. I'm Jane, whatever your name is. Just hit record and go for it. Straightforward as that.
Indeed.
Right, Dave, moving forwards, we've got quite a selection. And again, we're going to be wrapping up in just a few moments' time. But just give you a heads up, Dave, we've got quite an arsenal lined up now for the next Tuesdays for the next 3 months, haven't we, Dave?
Yes, pretty much. And in fact, the ones that are currently on the list are not all of the ones that we have available because I ran out of time creating them in YouTube. So we've actually, I think, got 12. So this will take us probably into April. But yeah, the link over, again, I can't post links in the chat because I'm not hosting. However, Matt, if you stick understandinge.com/mastermind into the YouTube chat, that will give you the 2018 schedule so far. And this is basically giving you a bit of an outline as to what we've got coming up. Now, there is a couple more, like I said, that need to be added. And I know that some of you, these will maybe similar ones. Again, product research, they're always fun for us to do. We basically rely on you. Yeah, we've not done one in a while. We did a couple last year.
We haven't done one in absolutely ages. So yeah. Next week, you do not want to miss it because it's just one of those ones where we end up on eBay or Amazon, and then you suggest the type of product that we go and research, and we just end up in a rabbit hole of it just goes on forever. We may deviate from the product which was suggested in the first place if we find another good frame, a thread for us to follow. But every time we have done these, we've done many of them now, there is always been money being left on the table when it comes to an eBay listing. There's always money being left on the table when it comes to an Amazon product as well. So those are always fun. You are going to be next day telling us or suggesting to us a product for which we can run with live. We'll take whatever your suggestion is, from a Chihuahua coat to rubber floor tiles and other scented candles and stuff like that. We've done a whole raft of different products. And next week, those are just really good fun because we just never know what's going to happen. You're not going to know what's going to happen. But one thing I can tell you will categorically will happen is that we will find money left on the table by lazy sellers. And it's that in their laziness is that you have opportunity. So we always find opportunity in these. So yeah, looking forward to that one. That's next week, isn't it, Dave?
Yeah, that's next week. And then the week after we have the follow-up to this YouTube challenge. And then I won't go any further than that because, like I said, the schedule is subject to change depending on how well you guys smash this YouTube challenge. So we may need to do a bit of jigging around there.
But let's just have a quick taster of
have a look through what we've got.
Could be coming up. We've got earmarked or penciled in. Okay, we'll leave it as that. Dissecting an eBay listing, again, part of our Back to Basics series. I'll just be looking at eBay listing, dissecting it, looking at the good points, the bad points, perhaps things which you could put, the listing in question could improve upon, so that you can walk away with some actionable information. Now, those of you which are more experienced when it comes to eBay and Amazon, for example, don't panic. Well, you may feel that that one's not the live event for you or mastermind for you, but do keep in the back of mind we are going to be publishing these publicly on YouTube. That does mean that you can share them within your team. Okay, we'll obviously be doing that for Amazon as well. Talking about team, we will be talking about the power of outsourcing for your business, help you get on the right lines for outsourcing in your business. We'll be sharing our own experiences, both good and bad. Two, we will be doing a comparison between eBay and Amazon, bringing that up into 2018 to take a look at them both. What else are we looking at? One of Dave suggested this one. It's a firm favorite for us. Appearing bigger than you are. So some simple steps which you can make your business appear much bigger than perhaps it actually is. And it's very simple to do. Really simple to do. Tips on that one. Dave inspired one, Facebook versus YouTube as well. I'm looking forward to that one. And the easiest way and best way for you to go cross-border and content creation is king in 2018. I love that. Content creation always has been king. And this is what I'm sure that those of you which have had experience with blogs, blog posting before, is content is king, and it really is king. And YouTube is like the god as far as content goes, because it's a very visual environment, the environment which you're ironically watching this video right now, which is a very personal one. So if I wave and smile, it's very personal. You can see those reactions, whereas on paper or virtual ink on the screen, you don't necessarily pick those things up. So happy days. Right.
Yeah, I don't know why that link that you posted, Matt, doesn't seem to be working, but I've just checked.
Like you.
Yeah, and it looks exactly right. But yeah, I will add it to the description down below, and also it's in the Facebook group as well, and on the Facebook page. Hobby Waste, we've just registered our trademark. Quite interesting topic on how to appear big. That is a very good point, and actually one that Kevin also got involved with, because me and Richard had a chat about this on the eSeller Cafe news show yesterday, about the importances of smaller brands looking after their brand, basically, and trademarking is a big way to do that, especially with the marketplaces these days and Chinese sellers. So yeah, glad, yeah, you can also go through the link at the top. It's on a blog, Tuesday Mastermind Recordings. You'll find it through there. So I don't know why it's not working, but again, the links, like I said, they're not hard to find. You should have an email, and they're also on the social channels as well.
Yeah, also, if you click on the YouTube homepage for this channel, you'll find there should be a bar with all the latest, the upcoming live events.
Yeah, in fact, that link that Matt's just put in the live chat, that one does work. So yeah, don't know what was up that last one. So yeah, that's pretty much what we've got coming up over the next few weeks. The challenge has been set. I'm going to take part. James has tasked me to do a product review of the Google Home Mini. So we'll do that, and I'll post my link in the chat. And yeah, we will.
And I'm sorry, Dave, I'm here giggling. I just read Nick Hartman's comment in there. We always put a trademark or reg marks and off brands, even if they're not.
Nothing wrong with that. That is actually, Nick, that's one of the funnier parts of when you're going to appear big. Some of it is a little fake it till you make it. So. It's fun and games. And Kevin put, first trademark was easy, no problem. Our second trademark, I had a lawyer from Germany contact me, and we had to take some groups off the name. Curious.
Challenge. Right, coming back to the challenge for you. Okay, I'm sure you've got one or more products right around you right now, which you can go and grab your phone or your pad. Okay. Maybe if you're not too sure what you're going to talk about, just get a piece of paper, write down what you feel are the good points, maybe the bad points about the product. Price could be a bad point, could be a good point. You know, how would somebody use it? Also, I just had like a parting tip for you. Okay, simple is better. The more simple something, or the more broad of appeal that something has, okay, so if you're going to, perhaps I'm going to use the example of those 18650 batteries, is that if you explain what an 18650 battery is, okay, and how it perhaps compares to a LiPo or other forms of battery, and why it might be of interest to the person watching the video, is that has a very, very wide view, okay, or very, very broad appeal, okay. So as such, it's by its very nature, because you've dumbed it down so much, it's going to be of an interest to a large number of people. So when you hear us say that there's no such thing as a daft question, which we haven't actually ironically started doing in the YouTube versions, but when we do say that, we genuinely mean that. There's no such thing as a daft question, because the dafter the question, the more obvious it is. And sometimes you can think too much about something when it's actually just the basics, which will do. So when you're doing your video, get a bit of paper, write down a few ideas or few topics you'd like to talk about, good points, bad points, and what do you think about it? And that's the nice thing about YouTube, is that you can share your opinion with others. Okay, and do remember, we're not suggesting that you put your face on camera. I know that would make some of you nervous. Just hit record, get it recorded, and then if you're using an iPad, in your YouTube app, in the top right hand corner, there's a video little icon. Click on that and then choose the video and upload it, or just upload it directly to YouTube. Okay, and just eat that frog. In short, just get that first video done, and then once you realize that actually you don't sound that bad, and you don't look that bad at all, then you kind of get over it. You just focus on creating the content, and there's so much crazy potential available to you on YouTube, and it all starts with one video. that first step. Okay, even the biggest YouTube channels started from somewhere. Their first video, break your virginity for YouTube. Cool beans, Dave. It appears I've missed some fun in the chat that going on there.
Yeah, maybe we just talk about trademarks and stuff. Kevin's put, I'm going to try and do a video on our silver polishing cloth. We'll get our backdrop out the shed and start setting up after the streaming finishes. Awesome, Kevin. Love it.
And again, those of you which don't have a backdrop or even a shed, don't let that get in your way. Okay, just a roughly clean desk on there. Oh, one tip, you might want to clean your fingernails. I had some bloke moaning about mine the other day, and I reminded him I've just been playing in a field full of poo and mud, so sometimes it's very difficult for me. Just have a quick look. There was a comment there. John Pemberton says, what's your opinion on advertising on YouTube and any tips for keywords? Now, John, here's the thing. I have done 0 advertising on YouTube, okay, from like using AdWords, etc. in videos for advertising. Done 0, okay. I also have, I'm very strong in my opinion for YouTube adverts, which is that I hate them. Okay, that's not I dislike them, that is I hate them, okay, with a vengeance. And personally, as a content creator, I try and avoid putting adverts on specific videos. I've turned them on a couple of the older ones, which I really don't care about, and people when come in to see those don't come and interact with any of the other content. Like I got a World of Tanks video and some stuff about the Onion Amiga, completely unrelated to RC, and I've just stuck adverts on them, and they make me $8 a month. So, John, unfortunately, I've got absolutely no idea when it comes to placing adverts on YouTube. As far as, well, it should be the same as normal AdWords, in short, keyword placement, titles, etc., etc. I would also say, John, is that if you are now considering advertising on YouTube, today would be a perfect time for you as an advertiser to be advertising on YouTube. And the reason for that is that content creators have created, they labeled this ad apocalypse, okay, and they're on their 3rd version, and it's getting worse for content creators on YouTube. And if you go on there, there's many people crying about this, but for all intents and purposes, the revenue generation for a content creator on YouTube as a YouTuber has halved in a year, okay, and it's set to drop even more. What that means for you as an advertiser is things just got cheap, okay? Yep. Like real cheap. Yeah, if you're exploring, John, can't personally help you with that or give you any tips other than you should be doing it, because when you get that kind of reaction or those things happening over there, there's less advertiser. That means things just got cheaper to attract more people in. It's just economics, and you should definitely consider that, okay? But I'm not saying do that. What I'm basically saying is you should make your own video as well at the same time. Okay, so John, I hope that helps. I've kind of lost us chat.
Yeah, no, I mean, in fact, I'm just going to add there for John as well. If in terms of advertising on YouTube, another great way of doing that is hitting up certain influencers who may have YouTube channels your products are relevant to. The influencer marketing is a whole new topic. Well, it's not a new topic. It's a big topic, which is getting bigger. But the likes of Instagram and Facebook are also great for advertising your YouTube channel. But yeah, as for native advertising on YouTube, I personally haven't tried it either. But I know there's a lot to be done for influencers.
Yeah. Just to give you a heads up, actually, it came out from, this is Mr. Facebook, which I've Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Actually, if you're posting YouTube videos on Facebook, they will now have a much lesser appeal.
Yeah, they don't like it.
They've said, they've basically gone on record saying they don't like it, which is no big surprise, and they want to create more social interactions, which is code for we want our own video to do well on our own channel, you know. So that's a little bit fun, just to give you a heads up on that one. There's also been some chat here in the background, and there is a YouTube channel called Ave, A-V-E. You should go and look up Ave, because the guy is completely off his tits, and I mean that in a great way. And this is why I don't feel bad swearing in any of the videos, because the guy has basically created his own slang language, Okay, which is great because the more you watch, the more you understand, then you feel like one of the special ones when you've created a special language. He has routines which he goes through. So his like unboxing is just unbelievable. He'll get a box of a tool which you know that he's going to rip the piss out of. Like 99% of reviews are all bad, rips the piss out of the molding, things like that. And he'll get like a knife, like a mini chainsaw, and chainsaw the box up, slam it on the desk, and go time, and stuff like that. There's every episode is got the F word in it. One of the funniest episodes he has ever done was then he was moaning about clipboard warriors, and it's being their superpower. It was absolutely hilarious. Just totally wrong in many different ways. Brilliant sense of humor. So if you've not seen Ave, go and have a good channel. He's on there with Jukelaw at the moment. So yeah, I do like Ave a lot. Also, those of you which are looking for something similar, this old Tony, more a good sense of humor, similar kind of sense of humor as well. Let's have a quick look at your comments. So John says, I have done the AdWords advertising, which works well. I tried the AdSense on YouTube vids, but not much return. John, I would persevere with the YouTube side just because of seeing the opposite side of the table with ad apocalypse and so many YouTube. Literally, they're down by 50% minimum. So that does mean it's going to be cheap for you to do it. So definitely pursue and continue with that. Nick says the channel has awesome patrons, which we have no need or inclination to call it as shill vids. Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, exactly. There's some humor, and this is the thing: is that guy is just being himself. Okay, the guy has had he's as far as I can tell, he was a miner before, to flown and gone to every shitbox in the world, and he's got a lot of life experiences which he's sharing. Okay, and he does some of things. He just makes he just hacks up a speaker to make it Bluetooth. You know, nothing particularly exciting or revolutionary, and that doesn't really matter. It's just a project. That's one of the other nice things about that channel specifically, is because you always feel like that you've actually made something at the end of it, although you didn't do a single thing. He's made a project, and he goes through of different scales. Okay, so there are some very good things for you to take away by watching a channel like Ave. That's what I'm trying to say. Also, my suggestion is for you to look at other YouTube channels in your area. Okay, or so if you're out to sell hot tubs, for example, to go and find a few channels which have discussed hot tubs and think about the things which you like about that channel and the things which you don't like about the channel. That's one of the reasons why my own activities on YouTube have done, or did and still do quite well, is because I don't like fake reviews where a freebie product has been sent to a reviewer and the reviews are inherently biased, and it's really obvious. Excuse me, especially with a couple of the channels. And they are really, really biased. So I start the video again because I know my area extremely well. I make some point at the beginning saying, "Hi, I'm Matt, and this product, just for absolute clarity, this product was bought out of my own money for my own abuses. This was not a freebie for review." That's what I say in my videos. You watch any of on the Ragnar Nutsoft channel, you'll hear me say that. And I say those lines specifically on purpose because I'm basically giving the middle finger salute to the other channels which are accepting freebies, and I feel it biases. So, and that does get picked up. In fact, I saw one of the other content creators, which was to do with drones, and he was getting some right shit from them on this, saying, "Well, you got that for free. It's a biased review," and he was getting a loaded chip in his comments. And I don't apologize for that because I pretty much know where that came from, because I recognize the other people's handles, which I know because they were commenters or people which are in the Facebook group. I made my decision. I made my decision very well. So what I'm trying to say is that it's okay to use YouTube, watch it a couple of times a night before bed, for example, just as market research, just to see what other people are doing. But Dave, we have digressed massively from...
Well, it's what we do best.
Then we bring us on topic. Notepad, positives, negative, hit record. Just go for it. Okay, don't worry about what your sound is like. Don't really worry about your lightings. Those other things, just don't worry about it. What you're interested in is just getting that first video uploaded to YouTube. Break that virginity. Realize that you sound how you sound, and there's nothing you can do about it. Okay, we are not suggesting that you put your face on the camera. We're just saying use your phone, use your iPad or whatever recording device is. Again, you don't need an expensive camera. Well, it's not even expensive. You don't need a camera, dedicated camera. Just use your pad and do it. Okay, and the sooner you do it, so if you've got set aside an hour to join us for this live webcast, you've got 14 minutes to go and do it. Just go and do it. Go and get it done. Just go and get it over and done with. Because in 2 weeks' time, we will be looking at the videos which you've been and created. And it's not going to, we're not going to say any of them are bad, you know, because they won't be, because the point is that you've taken that step. So get over that step, get it done. Post once you've uploaded your video to YouTube, copy the URL at the top, post it as a comment underneath this video. Myself and Dave will be coming back in 2 weeks' time and getting those done. And 2 weeks' time is kind of handy because I reckon it will take you like maximum of an hour to do it. Okay, that includes a big like 45, 55-minute time bank of procrastination where you try and do everything other than making the video. And in that hour, I will record some reviews as well, and we'll see how many I can knock out in an hour. And I'll upload it. I'll stick them on my main channel just for shits and giggles, just to make the point. It's not hard.
Yeah, I'll do the same. I'll do the same with the. I've never done a product review before, so this is going to be new territory for me. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. And like I said, I'll post a link in the Facebook group. But of course, if you're not on Facebook, like Matt said, in the comment section down below, please feel free. Me and Matt will round them all up, and yeah, we'll get started. And I think
I did say in the comment section, you know, you can also stick them in the Facebook group as well, which I'm just
you can do both. But like I say, if you're not on Facebook for whatever reason, YouTube comments is fine. Obviously, if you're watching this, I'm presuming you have a YouTube account. If you don't have a YouTube account and you don't have a Facebook account, sod it. You know, email us or put it in the forums or something. We'll track it down.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and this is going to be a great sort of practice for getting over if you're a perfectionist, it's going to get you over that. Don't wait for it to be perfect. Just do it and upload it. Doesn't have to be polished. Doesn't have to be amazing. Doesn't have to be film level quality. Just take action. That's what we're looking for.
Start, talk, stop, upload. Simple as that. Okay. Everything else you can worry about later.
Exactly. We can work on that.
Yeah. Don't even worry about finding a video editor or anything like that. Just go for it. In short. Yeah, record. Off you go. Anyway, we could talk for hours, especially one of us, Dave. And it's time for us to wrap up. We're really looking forward to seeing you same time next week, and we get those videos out. It's really straightforward. Break that virginity, and I wholeheartedly feel that YouTube is the third marketplace. It is that place which back when I was selling, everybody was looking for. I'm sure it's the same for you. It's there. It's literally right in bloody front of you. You're looking at it right now. It's called YouTube. Go and break your virginity on it. It's not hard and it's not scary at all. So on that note, from myself, Matt.
And from me, Dave, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to this YouTube channel. And if you want to be, kept alert of when we go live, click the little bell icon next to where you subscribe. And then every week you should hopefully get a nice little reminder that we are live. But as always, 3 p.m. every Tuesday, we'll be here. 3 p.m. UK time. Apologies. Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. We'll catch you next week.
See you next Tuesday. Cheerios. Bye-bye.
Bye.